Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Shanara Vlogs. Today I've got for you my full recipe of the Naga wings. As I'm cooking this in two steps, you're going to have to watch the full video to get the full recipe. I've got 1.5 kilos of chicken here and I'm just using enough marinade just to cover the chicken. There's no actual measurement, just keep adding it till the chicken's fully covered. I've just used a regular sandwich bag to cover my hands while I'm mixing because I didn't actually have any disposable gloves to hand. Use whatever brand or flavour that you prefer. So I'll just leave the chicken to marinate for about 2 hours. If you want, you can leave it overnight. I won't actually be making my Naga wings very spicy, and the reason for that is I've got people who've got heartburn and there's younger kids as well. Everybody needs to be able to eat it. But what I do want is I want the actual Naga flavour in the chicken. And these fresh Nagas are going to do exactly that. These are the Dorset Nagas. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're extremely spicy and they're very aromatic. These Nagas are a lot spicier and the smell is so much stronger than the traditional Bangladeshi ones. Put my oven on to 200 degrees centigrade and I'm going to let that heat up. For these Naga wings, there's no right or wrong amount for the spiciness. You can use as many Nagas as you like. I'm also going to be using some Mr. Naga too. My oven's just beeped. That means that the oven temperature is just right. So I'll put the wings in for approximately 30 minutes and then I'll come back and check them. For the second stage of the Naga wings, I've got here 4 medium-sized onions. I have got 1 large red pepper. I've got here 2 heaped teaspoons of mixed spices. I keep my spices pre-mixed in a jar as I find it a lot easier. And here I've got 2 cubes of ginger and 2 cubes of garlic. They were frozen, I've just defrosted them. I've got my Naga. Remember, you don't have to use one. If you want proper Naga wings, then go for about 5 or 6. And I'm going to use some of this Naga pickle as well. This is the Indian 5-spice mix. Please don't get it mixed up with the Chinese one because it's completely different. This one's called Panchpuran. I'm using 2 generous teaspoons. And you need some salt to taste. Don't forget, don't put too much in because there's already salt in the marinade. Okay, now that we've got our ingredients ready, we're ready to cook. I've heated up 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil in a pan, to which I'm adding the onions. I'm going to soften those up a little bit, and then I'm going to add the ginger and garlic mixture, followed by the Indian 5-spice mix. Now you can add the salt to taste and add the curry powder at this point. Now we come on to the most important stage in any sort of curry, and that is frying off the curry powder mixture. If you don't fry it for long enough on a high heat, then you're going to have like a powdery texture and a sort of a raw spice smell. Whilst I'm waiting for the chicken to cook, I'm just going to chop up this Naga. And I've just put another sandwich bag on my hand just to protect it because otherwise my hands are going to be burning all day and I really don't want that. It's been just over half an hour since I put the chicken in the oven, so let's just check that. So what we're looking for is we're looking for loads of juices all around the chicken. We want all the juices to come out in the oven, but we don't want all the juices to dry out. We just want them to come out. And so my chicken's not quite ready. I put it back in the oven. And I'm just adding the Naga, and I've also added some water to this. Just make sure you're always using boiling water, and you can add water to the mixture whenever you need to because we don't want to burn it. And then I've just added my Naga paste. I used a generous teaspoon and added a bit more water. My chicken is ready to go in, so I've put that in now and just going to give it a good stir. And just because I don't have a large enough lid, I'm going to cover this with foil and then put a lid on top. This will also speed up my cooking process, and I want to add a bit of colour to this. I'm using one of these gel colours. It's suitable for vegetarians and it is actually for cake making. It's icing colour, but I really like this colour. It works really well. I've just taken some of it out with a toothpick, I put it into a little cup and mixed it with some water. I've not put too much in because I don't want it to be really red like tandoori chicken. I just wanted a bit of nice colour. As I didn't have any fresh coriander, I'm using some frozen coriander, but it still smells just as good. This is from my allotment. Because we'd already cooked the chicken in the oven, we don't actually need to like dry fry the chicken to get rid of that raw chicken smell. The oven's done that job for us. So after adding the coriander, I just covered it up again for another, say about 10 minutes, and my chicken's ready now. And it turned out just perfect. Everybody loved it.